All right, we went from testing a few templates, getting a feeling for Twain, all the way to creating our own structure in Twain, injecting our own email examples, and really taking this to the next level. So what do we want to do next? Of course, we want to test and find out what works best. And here is an incredibly simple way to do that right inside of one clay table. You can see here, I have my enrichment, I have my fields, and you can see what I did is I created 2 more enrichment columns, and what I changed and what I want to A/B test is different social proof statements. I love being hyper-personalized with your social proof statement. That way, you can really show your prospect that you understand what social proof matters to them. For the sake of simplicity, I kept this one super simple. So you can see here, I only duplicated all the fields with one difference. In my initial enrichment, I wrote over 100 outbound agencies use Twain. In my second one, I wrote over 200. And in my third one, I wrote over 300. Now, when I ran these, you'll see the outputs here. And then you'll scroll down and you can see here, the further I go down, you see here I started running the second social proof and I started running the third social proof. And all of them are being output in message 1, 2, 3, and potentially message 4. Message 1 is the introduction, 2 and 3 are the follow-ups. Now, let's look into one example because I want to show you that not everything is perfect from the first try. And I make mistakes myself. So it's really important that you review the outputs and then understand and learn how to tweak Twain and the enrichment to get what you want. So, for example, right, like I have my message outputs here. And when I want to look at the first message output, I want to see, oh, okay, I wrote social proof and it's about over 100 outbound agencies use Twain. Now, when I open this message, I can see it is not mentioning my social proof. Why is that? The reason why is because in this custom sequence ID I'm referencing in my first introduction message, it is not mentioning social proof either. And the reason why it's not mentioning social proof is because this framework is not about social proof. So even though I have it in my enrichment field, it is not being mentioned. So I saw it and I was like, okay, I have to understand to use the right framework or additionally instruct Twain to always mention social proof so that it does. So I've added a second introduction message just to show you the difference. And here I can see Twain is mentioning my social proof. This is still the exact same campaign, right? So I still have the exact same campaign ID referenced. And a little bit further down, I ran these. And I want to show you that I can now see, I can now see that it mentions it. And okay, now I see, all right, now it works because I changed the framework. I could now delete the initial message or the initial message step and then just use this one. Now, the cool thing is I'll go down here and I can see for the social proof 3, it is mentioning 300. And then for the ones that only ran for social proof 2, it mentions 200. And that way I can push these messages to my favorite email sequencer. I have 3 different social proof statements. It was super simple to set it up. And obviously I can now scale this to 1,000. And you can even take this further, right? Like you can even, if you have social proof on a prospect level, you know, you did some clay agent research or you came up with some other really cool enrichment that you did before starting to work on the messaging, you could reference one specific social proof for every single row. And then every single social proof is unique. But if you want to do proper A/B testing, this is the way to do it. All right. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We are always here to help.